hush unfolded softly in my chest as dawn traced fragile lines along the room. I stood as one who feigns a waking rest, unsure if breath would rise or meet its tomb.
I kept my lantern shuttered from the day, afraid its flicker mocked my faltered stride. Your presence carved a path I meant to stay, yet still I lingered, anchored deep inside.
Your silent grace unfastened guarded seams, a knot undone by motion's quiet thread, and stirred the pulse I thought I long since had fled.
I claimed the gloom my makeshift armor's weight, pretending heaviness could shield my frame. But in your stride I glimpsed a different state, a warmth that asked no questions, cast no blame.
The world bent sharply, tilted off its spine, a whispered tremor rattling through the air. The halls forgot their shape, their proper line, as though they tired of holding up despair.
A murmur rose beneath my startled ribs, a herald from the corners I had kept. It urged me past the boundary that forbids, toward truths I had abandoned or had wept.
My clever lines, those quips I meant to speak, turned brittle in the face of failing light. I felt the ceiling sag, the corners creak, as though the hours strained against the night.
The shell I'd worn began to split apart. Its rigid frame no longer fit my skin. Some hidden spark pressed gently at my heart, insisting change must rise and not stay in.
I learned that endings bow before a choice, a turn toward that which stands when shadows fall. And in the quiet tremor of your voice, I found a truth that needed no recall.
I stood unveiled, no fortress left to claim, no script to feign a certainty I lacked. Yet when your gaze met mine without a name, the world grew wide enough to let me back.
narrow space between us held its breath, a fragile pledge, unspoken yet complete.
My trembling hands, once trained to brace for death, reached out and found your warmth, refusing retreat.
The remnants of the life I tried to guard fell quiet as your outline drew in close.
I shed the armor time had made so hard and let a softer version of me grow.
The world resumed its spin, its restless tide.
Yet something in our silence held its ground.
We stood as forms no longer forced to hide.
Two shadows knit by what we'd finally found. Before the hour reclaimed its former frame, we stepped beyond the selves we could not tame. And in that fleeting rush where fear once dwelled, we chose a brighter future, undefended.